Bold predictions from this guy right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. All right, we're getting you ready for the weekend. I'm Adam Aizer with Dave Richard here. These are my bold predictions. And bold prediction number 1, you guys are all you listeners miss Chris Towers. I do too. He will be back soon. I did 3 on the full-length show this morning. All right, here's one. Gabe Davis, redemption tour. Gabe Davis, top 15 wide receiver, ends up being one of the best draft values in fantasy.
It would be an interesting pivot after what the Bills did this offseason. And we do know that last year, Gabe Davis struggled through a high ankle sprain. We've already kind of diagnosed that injury as one that fantasy managers have to, be really nervous about when it happens. And he got off to a great start, was open for a touchdown in week 1. Top 15 seems a little lofty. So I don't know if I can really buy into that. But even if you had told me Gabe Davis top 24 wide receiver, I would have said that was fairly bold. And I think it's possible that he gets there. Allen's just going to have to, A, be a better passer, and B, not hurt his arm like he did last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. It wasn't just the Gabe Davis injury. The Josh Allen injury really held back Gabe Davis. Won't be a consistent guy, but in the same way that Mike Williams had a big season in the past, think about 2021. Gabe Davis can do it. And Kincaid wasn't exactly, the target hog that they were going to add that was going to really affect Gabe Davis. All right. Number 2, an extremely boring one, but I've been thinking about this one in a way that is not inspiring at all, does not win you a fantasy league. Tyler Higbee will be a top 6 overall tight end. Dave, that's what he was in 2022. He will do it. That's total points, not per game.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee will do it again. And if Stafford stays healthy, Higbee actually could be a borderline must-start tight end. He's a sleeper.
He was 14th in PPR points per game, but he was 5th among tight ends in targets per game. That's over the balance of the season. And so there is some opportunity there. And it's an easy question to answer. Who's the number 1 target in LA? It's Cooper Kupp.
Right.
Who's number 2?
Right. Could be
Tyler Higbee. There's no doubt about him potentially getting there. So I don't hate that one. And that would help fantasy managers because you can get them literally with your last pick. No one's drafting Tyler Higbee. We're excited about Freiermuth and Okonkwo, and some people are going to be excited about Kincaid.
Yeah.
A case could be made that Higbee is worth a final round pick. He did have some huge games early on last year with Matthew Stafford.
He did. He was off to a great start. He looked like a must-start player, and then he completely fooled us. He had a 3-game stretch where he had barely any targets, yards, or catches. If I recall, he wasn't running as many routes in those games. So I don't know if they want to involve him in the passing game. He might be total garbage at this point. But if they do want to involve Higbee in the passing game, he's going to surprise some people, and he's going to be a player we're talking about. Oh, Kyle Pitts is struggling, or Hawkinson's cold right now or has a terrible matchup. Should I start Tyler Higbee and his guaranteed 10 PPR points per game? That's all. Okay, moving on. I had a good time talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. That was a really interesting discussion we had. My bold prediction on Jahmyr Gibbs is that he will be a top 5 running back this year. He will do it without a heavy workload because he will get at least 70 catches. I just think this guy is super talented. I trust the Lions to use him in the right way, and he will be, like you said on FFT, kind of an upgrade over DeAndre Swift. I think the sky's the limit for him, and he could go Alvin Kamara on us as a rookie.
And Swift last year averaged over 13 PPR points per game with the Lions. So if we can't say that's the floor for Jahmyr Gibbs because he's a rookie. There's definitely a floor lower than 13 PPR points, but it's not the ceiling either. Maybe it's a little close. If you draft him with the idea that he'll get you 12 PPR points per game, I think you'll be happy.
All right, that's going to do it for Fantasy Football Today in 5. I gave a couple of more bold predictions on the full-length show. Please check it out. Please have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you later.